I have, of course, been with you, viewers, but Anand, you've watched that full and final match and the last shot, etc., etc. What do you make of this victory tonight?
Well, it's been a phenomenal victory. Bharat beating Australia by 4 wickets, entering the Champions Trophy final. And the final will now be played in Dubai on Sunday, the 9th of March. The second semi-final to be played between South Africa and New Zealand in Lahore tomorrow, or in Pakistan tomorrow. But the fact is, this has been a clinical victory. But most importantly, it's sweet revenge. 98 of November hurts. 2023, the final where there were a lot of hopes and we believed that we had that unbeaten right through the World Cup, and in the final we ran into an Australia and it was Travis Head, but this time around it's been different. I think this was a far better Indian side, and this was a side that also was able to check the Australian juggernaut. Australia playing with not with top of their top bowlers were not there. It was a second string bowling side. They were a little weak in the batting department too. But I think overall it was a much better prepared, a far more clinical India, and I think it was Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli who actually came there and authored this run chase. He got out at 84. He was on course for yet another 100 at this Champions Trophy. But because we bat deep, because we've got steady players and we stitch those partnerships, 265 was made an easy run chase. That's what we did. We first restricted the Aussies to inside of 270 and then chased this down clinically.
Like we were ever under pressure in this match?
There was a time early on when Rohit Sharma went back into the hut early, Shubman Gill went back into the hut early, but then there were some two critical partnerships, a 90-odd run partnership between Shreyas Iyer and Virat Kohli, and then as Shreyas Iyer got out, Virat Kohli then stitching yet another partnership thereafter with Akshar Patel, and that was critical. Then came KL Rahul and the partnership with KL Rahul also, and KL Rahul carrying the bat even after Virat Kohli got out. He took the pressure off. Two big sixes coming in from Hardik Pandya of Adam Zampa's last over, and I think that really set us on course and took the match away, because it was going run a ball, and that's where the whole match was taken away. 3 overs to spare, and now eventually with about 10 balls to spare, India coasting home. That's what, and a phenomenal victory. I think India has been clinical. There has been a lot of talk that this tournament has been tailored for India because they stay in the same hotel, they're playing at the same venue, but the pitches were different. Dubai is not home condition for them, and they have taken on this is an Australian side that chased down 350 put up by England, Rahul. So it's not that they were an easy side to beat. Yes, they had a second string bowling, but the conditions were such that even Australia went into the match with 5 spin options and 2 pacers. India goes into the match with 4 spin options and 2 pacers, but we batted deep. We had a good all-round option, good set of all-rounders, but more importantly, we batted deep right down till Ravindra Jadeja, who was there, who came out when Hardik Pandya got out. I think we bat really deep, and this man, Virat Kohli, who's now become the highest run scorer for India in ICC tournaments, ICC Champions Trophy or ICC tournaments, and he is just about 50 runs away, if my memory serves me right, 54 runs away from becoming the second highest run scorer in ODIs. And let's hope that happens in the final. But this has been phenomenal by Virat Kohli.
Okay, we'll who's getting the man of the match award in your book?
Where we're going to see, because it's been an all-round performance. There are many contenders. India had great bowling options, and there were some phenomenal performances there. But I think from the way this chase was constructed and just purely because of the way he batted, Virat Kohli is a very, very strong contender. Mohammad Shami got 3 wickets. Varun Chakravarti came in with those important breakthroughs. He was the one who helped India see the back of Travis Head there early on, and Travis Head is the one who actually single-handedly helped Australia to victory in that World Cup final back then. So I think there was a huge amount of celebration and pressure release the moment Travis Head got out. Then it was Mohammad Shami who castled Steve Smith, who also crafted a knock similar to Virat Kohli, but not as effective because he couldn't, and Australia lost wickets towards the end. But overall, from the looks of it, if you look at that scorecard, the one man who shines for us is Virat Kohli. There is 45 by Shreyas Iyer, 27 by Akshar Patel, 42 not out by KL Rahul.
But your views on Virat Kohli's knock, because it's quite a restrained knock, only 5 fours, so basically only
No,
20
but that's
runs.
a typical Virat Kohli
Yeah.
run chase. He'll take runs a ball, he'll keep the scoreboard ticking, and India was always going at the meeting at the level of the asking run rate. So it was always never more than run a ball, and that's the reason why Virat Kohli has very few dot balls there. He's taken runs and twos. In fact, 52 of those 84 runs, if my memory serves me right, are singles and twos. It's and only 5 boundaries, and that's a typical Virat Kohli innings. You know, Virat Kohli has scored about 60%, nearly 57-58% of his career runs have been via running in ones, twos, and threes. So he's run more than about 550 kilometers in between the 22 yards throughout his career. So that's the amount of running that he's done. But that's how Virat Kohli constructs his innings. He never allows the opposition to get into the game. He milks the spinners for singles. Today, the way he negotiated Adam Zampa, their lead spinner, the way he played the spinners, I think that stood out. The way he played the Pacers against Pakistan, that stood out. Now today, the way he played the Australian spinners, that stood out.
Let's just talk a little bit about Shreyas Iyer. Showed a lot of composure. I was watching him then.
Yes.
And then, of course, as we came out, KL Rahul, as well as, of course, yes. So these two. What do you?
Yeah, we got Sippy and Sippy sir, and also Sabah Karim. Sabah Karim, quick thoughts. Kaisa laga? I think Joe, what we discussed, the way India will construct this innings, breakthroughs from Kuldeep, breakthroughs from Varun Chakravarti, Travis Head going back early, Smith getting castled. So the bowling performance, restricting them to inside 270, 265 was chaseable, and then comes the masterclass in batting from Virat Kohli. Your thoughts, Sabah Karim?
First up, I think India's bowling was of top quality. Although whatever we had discussed, Anand, if you recall, we all of us felt that the wicket may misbehave, but that did not happen. The wicket played quite well. Although the wicket was on the slower side, but it did not offer any turn or bounce. So I think batting was kind of easy, but somehow I thought Australia were not able to put up a pass score. The pass score on a surface like this maybe closer to about 290, 295.
Yeah.
I think that way India was extremely disciplined in their bowling effort. And I thought Rohit Sharma had the luxury of 4 spinning options, and he was able to utilize it quite well. In terms of run chase, I think 265 on a surface like this, which is on the slower side, this is tailor-made for Virat Kohli.
Yes.
And he did that to perfection.
Yes.
He is such a master strategist in terms of breaking down the target. The first 10 overs, the next 10 overs, what is the target he has to look at? This was perfect for Virat Kohli. That is why, if you notice, I think the best part about his entire run chase or entire innings was his placement in terms of
euphoric scenes
was so succinct.
I think Virat has been named the man of the match.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I think we should try and get the feed out here also. Virat Kohli, without doubt, is the player of the match because it is his innings that constructed the chase and orchestrated the run chase for us. Alan Sippy with us. Just before I come to you, Alan Ji, I'm going to go across to Vimalva. Vimalva with fans there. Classic Virat Kohli innings, the way he constructed that run chase. 285 is the highest that's been changed on this. No team has ever crossed 300. Australia looked on course at one point in time in the 39th over, but then we ploughed them back with wickets. But your thoughts, fans पीछे क्या कह रहे हैं?
फैंस तो हैं, फैंस से उन्हीं से जान लेते हैं. What do you have to say about this?
पैसा वसूल हो गया. विराट कोहली अमेजिंग, श्रेयस अय्यर अमेजिंग, हार्दिक पांड्या अमेजिंग, केएल राहुल also amazing.
Please come, क्या कहना है? बताओ.
हमने तो बदला लिया उसके साथ ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ
97 का बदला ले लिया है.
Everyone, Anand is saying कि भाई 19 नवंबर का बदला ले लिया. But I think they are getting little carried away. We should wait till Sunday because India will be playing either New Zealand or South Africa.
देखो, see, right now it is the tricolour shining on your head and it is the tricolour shining all across the country. And 19 नवंबर का बदला पूरा हो गया है. Australia, South Africa आया, New Zealand आया. We are into the final. That is the mood. I just speak to some of the fans. They're all getting. अब तुमसे फोन छीन ले, उससे पहले उनसे बात कर लो. Then I'll go to Alan.
आप पाजी आप यहाँ पर आए कहाँ से? आप यहीं पर हो, यहीं से हो?
नहीं, मैं दिल्ली से हूँ।
दिल्ली से। ही हैज कम ऑल द वे फ्रॉम दिल्ली।
अरे वाह।
तो पैसा वसूल हो गया?
पैसा वसूल मैच हुआ, बदला ले लिया 19 नवंबर 2023 का। एंड आई थिंक इंडिया की वनडे टीम फिनोमिनल है। यही टीम नेक्स्ट 2 साल कंटिन्यू करनी चाहिए। 2027 वर्ल्ड कप अपना टारगेट होना चाहिए। आई थिंक कोई भी सवाल नहीं होना चाहिए रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली पे। दोनों फिट है, दोनों अच्छे फॉर्म में खेल रहे हैं। कंडीशंस ने इंडिया को काफी सूट किया। आई थिंक फाइनल में इंडिया फेवरेट से इंडिया जीतेगी, क्योंकि सारे मैचेस इंडिया यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा खेली, पूरी टीम फॉर्म में है। एंड आई थिंक ये अपना ट्रिक था जो हमने 4 स्पिनर्स खिलाए, जो वरुण चक्रवर्ती को एक हमने टोपी से एक स्पेशल एक जादूगर की तरह निकाला, वो काफी काम आया है यहाँ पे। एंड मैं तारीफ करना चाहूंगा जिस तरह से जडेजा, अक्षर, सारे बॉलर्स ने अच्छी बॉलिंग की, वरुण चक्रवर्ती ने वेरिएशन किया, शमी का एक्सपीरियंस काम आया बुमराह की गैर मौजूदगी में। राइट टाइम पे शमी हमारी टीम में आ गए।
भाई तुम मेरा जॉब ले लोगे? आनंद मेरा तो जॉब क्या है यार?
देखिए, ऐसा है कि भारत में that's the beauty of Indian cricket fan. They are fans and they are also analysts, and they can say everything. They can complete. They'll take your and my job very easily. So salute to the fans, and it's the fans that also encourage the cricketers. Look at the India chant going, Alan. The moment those 2 sixes came from Hardik Pandya's bat, that was the whole. You will not believe that that's Dubai. It felt like Delhi.
Absolutely right, Arun. Because you see this team, everybody's talking about Virat Kohli and talking about this.
I'm not able to hear you, Alan. Have you gone on mute?
Can you hear me?
Can you just check? Can you just check if you're on mute, because I cannot hear you? Go ahead, please.
I was trying. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Arun, yeah. I just want to reiterate on this fan that he's spoken so well. You see, because this Indian team is a well-oiled machine. Yes, we talk about Virat Kohli, and he was phenomenal as usual in the big match. Commit the man in the big match, always Virat Kohli. But if you look at this Indian team is a well-oiled machine. Each one has played his part today. Each one has found a way to win the match. KL Rahul has not got much of a chance to actually show his style and whatever. But today he stood up and he's shown that commit the time when it's important. He can turn up the heat as well. Hardik Pandya has done exactly the same. So this team is so well oiled. They're so well geared. The days of India having stuttered in the past are long gone, because this team is geared for the big match, and they're very, very good at this.
At 43 for 2, people may have been a little worried in the past, but this time around there seem to be belief that even about 5-6 wickets down, we don't need to worry because we bat deep, Sabah Kareem. And did that make the difference this time around? Like, pre-match we were discussing KL Rahul, and the belief in KL Rahul is, and you said that, no, I will trust this guy at number 6 to come and he will have a role to play. Well, quite prophetic, Sabah, I must say that, because that's exactly what's happened. What an innings that he's played. He took the pressure off Virat immediately, didn't he?
Yeah, he did so, and did so quite easily also. And I said this because KL Rahul's batting skill and his technique is perfect for these conditions where the ball comes slow off the surface. He's got such excellent technique. He can always rotate the strike, and whenever there's a requirement to up the run rate or the strike rate, he can always do that. And we saw that in this brief innings which he played. And he was so disappointed when on the other end Virat Kohli got out, because he accelerated so that Virat Kohli could still manage to steal those singles and get to his hundreds. I think that was the game plan, and I think all that came to fruit quite at the right time for KL Rahul and Virat Kohli. Unfortunately for Virat Kohli, I thought he was trying to hoik it towards deep mid wicket. The ball came straighter and hit it straight into the hands of the fielder at long on. So I think overall KL Rahul's work behind the stumps, as well as his skill with the bat is being quite good, and I think that is the reason why KL Rahul is such an important member of this side, especially wide ball cricket. Number 6, number 7, you need that kind of stability, and he becomes so dependable, coming in so low down the order. I think that's what really helped India to achieve their goal of beating Australia in this run chase.
True. Look at celebrations all over. Everybody's dancing and and singing. These are pictures coming from Bhopal. There are people with Vimalva. क्या बात हो रही है विमलवा? कुछ फैंस से आप कुछ चकल्लस कर रहे थे क्या?
तो मैं बुला रहा हूँ आनंद, please come. I am being joined by a couple of very enthusiastic fans. Ma'am, you are live on CNN News 18, so just express yourself. What are your thoughts?
It was a great win. Yes, finally. Fantastic match. India. We are getting the cup home. We are getting the cup home now. This year, it's us. Absolute win.
2025 India Trophy, Champion Trophy. India.
Yeah, Anand,
Come to the US.
please, man,
Yes.
come closer.
Yes.
This is the first match, Anand. The lady has got the first match. Ma'am, please explain your experience.
Oh my God, it was amazing. I had goosebumps, exciting.
And you came all the way from USA.
Yes, sir.
You know,
And we were in Dubai.
ask her which was the best moment. Which was the best moment for you?
Okay.
Which
so
is the
Anand is asking, our anchor is asking, what was the best moment for you in this match?
The best
Please
moment.
come.
You know
KL
what?
Rahul.
Exactly.
KL
Towards the
Rahul
end,
played very well.
for me, watching it the first time live in this stadium here, it was the fans, the vibe. I mean, they're crazy. It's fantastic. You come alive, and then the Sixers, and then how exciting! 19 November की सारी यादें हट गई अब.
19 नवंबर की यादें हट गई.
नवंबर की सारी यादें हट गई.
हट गई.
अब वापस
अच्छा
9 तारीख को देख लिया.
अच्छा फाइनल में किससे मुकाबला होना चाहिए? न्यूजीलैंड से कि साउथ अफ्रीका से? साउथ अफ्रीका से.
Who do you think that India should face in the final? New Zealand or South Africa? South Africa.
Africa, the current who are very good in form with India and New Zealand. So we want South Africa against India.
Please go. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
KL Rahul is a game changer. KL Rahul, please go. KL Rahul is a game changer. Please, sir.
Okay,
Security is, Anand, because a lot of people are coming, so security has just requested that we should avoid the fans. So that is what I'm doing.
Okay.
But anyway.
Acha, let me ask you, Vimal. For you, who is the star of the game today? You can't say Virat Kohli.
If you ask me, star, yeah.
Not here. Go stop there. Stop anywhere.
Okay.
Don't
I'm going that
here.
side.
Don't stop here.
Okay.
Anand, this is the thing. I'm going that side.
Go from here.
Okay. Just last minute, can I close? Okay. Okay. Sir, Anand, I will just...
All right. You relocate. So security also not wanting to see too much of crowd there. So Vimal was looking at all reporters have always faced. Suddenly there is a lot of crowd and then you've got to recalibrate and you've got to move. So he should join us any moment now. But Alan Sippy, one hero of the match or one person who changed things for us beyond Virat Kohli.
Beyond Virat Kohli, I'll give it to KL Rahul because you see KL Rahul not getting much of a chance, then suddenly coming. This is a very calm and cool, collected player. He has played a very important role in today's win because what he's done, he tried to take the pressure off Virat Kohli. He hit the six in between. He played his complete game was based to make sure that he protects Virat Kohli so that Virat Kohli could stay till the end. Unfortunately, Virat played a shot. He was out. You could see from KL Rahul's face that he was disappointed because he was the one. He had taken it upon himself to actually play the hard shot, to play the shots that were difficult. And it is today, in my opinion, besides Virat Kohli, obviously Virat Kohli is the king, but besides Virat Kohli, KL Rahul was so instrumental in helping India go through.
KL Rahul comes down at number 6. You know, Alan, pre-show, you were not there with us, but Sabha was there and we asked Sabha as a wicketkeeper, would you like Rishabh Pant there or KL Rahul? And he said, hands down, I'm just going to choose KL Rahul because I will depend on him to shore up the innings and to come and take the match deep. And if there's someone who I trust more between Rishabh Pant and KL Rahul, it's KL Rahul. So Sabha, you stand vindicated, but there's got to be a shout out for Shreyas Iyer. Look at what he did against Pakistan and now what he's done against Australia. Crunch time, you're at the dock, you know the match is at a precipice, 1 wicket, the momentum shifts and there he comes and stitches up an effortless partnership, matches skill with the likes of Virat Kohli and then stitches up that 91-run partnership.
Yes, I think Anand Shreyas Iyer has been flawless in this Champions Trophy so far. And the kind of profile the team management has given him to come in at number 4, number 5, he needs to come in and score briskly. And I think that's what he has done. Whether India is trying to set a target or even during a run chase. We saw that even in the home series that India played. And I think he has continued with that form. I think he bats with so much of confidence and so much of gay abandon that he always puts pressure on the bowlers. And I think he's really worked hard against the pace bowlers, especially the short pitch deliveries. He's always been good against spinners, and it seems that he's biding his time and suddenly he unleashes himself against spinners. But I think one important aspect of his game is the fact that he has improved so much against pace bowlers. So I think that is why he kind of formed the basis of that partnership with Virat Kohli. I think Shreyas Iyer then allowed Virat Kohli to settle down and gave him so much of space to control the run chase. So I think Shreyas Iyer at number 4 has been an excellent addition to this Indian side. Also, Anand, one should not forget India's bowling effort. And I want to talk a little bit about Ravindra Jadeja. The fact that he took those 2 wickets, that's the time was Australia was trying to rebuild. For him to pick up the wicket of Labuschagne, to break that partnership with Labuschagne and Steve Smith. And then, if you remember, Josh Inglis came in and started to bat very well. He was looking to bat with an horizontal bat, nothing vertical. And I think, with a straighter bat. And I think he was looking very good. But I think that dismissal of Josh Inglis, all that credit has to go to Ravindra Jadeja. So I think overall, I thought India's bowling was top-notch. Ravindra Jadeja in the middle overs was able to squeeze the Australian batting lineup. And then in run chase, I think these 3-4 important contributors, including Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, and also Akshar Patel. I think he's been a wonderful coming in at number 5 for India. I think he has justified the promotion and the fate that Gautam Gambhir and the team management has entrusted in Akshar Patel.
The same Neta who had a problem with Rohit Sharma's fitness and thought he was fat, etc., has said congratulations to Team India for their spectacular victory against Australia in the semi-finals of the Champions Trophy 2025. Big shout out to Virat Kohli for scoring 84 and to be the first player to score 1,000 runs in ICC knockout tournaments. Well, so a little more informed with respect to statistics and data, but then steering clear of Rohit Sharma this time. But
look at Alan Sippy. Now he looks so fit. So fitness can be so deceptive. Get him on the cricket field. He will play those shots even now.
He's too kind.
Interesting. Because, third consecutive Champions Trophy final for India. Let's hope they bring the trophy home this time around. And, the ghosts or the memories, I think the sad memories, the shock of 19 November 2023 is perhaps now overcome. A lot of fans have said that. And I think the moment Travis had got out, that emotion, that burst that came from the team, that also said that this is the man who's trying to become our nemesis. So, compliments to Travis Head for getting under the skin of the opposition to make sure that his wicket is so prized. But the fact is that perhaps also instills certain amount of belief. Alan, does that happen when you know कि ये एक player है जो हमारे बैंड बजाता है हर बार, इसको out करना है? It used to happen with Vivian Richards. Sir Vivian Richards was like that. The moment we saw Sir Vivian Richards back, there was a thing. It's all right. There may be a Greenidge, a Haynes, a Dujon, etc. Lloyd, but yeah, he needs to go back. Is this the same with Travis Head now and the Indian team? Or is it because of what happened on 19th of November?
Yeah, what happens, Anand, when you're playing and you realize that the big man is, for example, Travis Head, and you headhunt that person, if you get that person out, it makes a dent into the opposition team because they know that Travis Head was the main guy. They knew that Travis Head was actually India's nemesis in the past. So when you do get him out cheaply, you're already doing a dent in the batting order. The psychology was affected as well. So India, I just want to touch on this point, that India is so blessed with the bench strength. Is so blessed with the talent that India has. It's incredible, because you see each one playing a part. You see the bowlers, Varun comes in, he plays his part. KL Rahul hardly gets a chance, he plays his part. So India is so well, drilled. This team is unbelievable. And each one plays his part. Each one knows what to do. There's no pressure because they know how to handle the pressure. And full marks goes to the management because the management just sits back and watches their players just perform. And it's remarkable because in our time, you would always have pressure when the main man failed.
Yeah.
And then when the main man failed, you felt, well, now we're under pressure. But the youngsters of today, the new bench strength that we have, the people like KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya, they take the responsibility amongst themselves. They say, okay, Virat's out, Rohit's out, we'll win this game for you. And that's the difference of this Indian team. They're brilliant at this.
Yeah, I think they're able to also park the demons aside. They manifest when the demons are overcome, but they're able to keep that, and that shows a certain level of mental preparedness and belief. Some more tweets coming through. Jasprit Bumrah says, unstoppable. Suresh Raina has said, Ahmedabad शांत था लेकिन दुबई चहक रहा है. ऑस्ट्रेलिया के ऊपर जीत से सारा देश महक रहा है. So clearly, it hurts a lot of people who were perhaps in the commentary box, who were there at the dugout, who were cheering for the team, and they thought this is what, we were unstoppable then. and we just stumbled at the last hurdle or at the last bump, and perhaps that was the one-off, because India was clearly the better team on paper, even against the Aussies back in that 2023 World Cup. But that one off day and a great on day for Travis Head, and that it changed. Okay, another Neta from the same side of the political spectrum has said Rohit Sharma led cricket India led the India cricket team make it to the finals. Congratulations, Team India. Let's win the finals. Captain Sharma, India is cheering for you. So, अपने पाले में ही फिरकी ले रहा है कुछ लोगों की. So that is also happening. Jagat Prakash Nadda, National President of the BJP, the Home Minister Amit Shah, so many other netas. Everybody is also, you may be whatever in your life, but we are all cricket fans. So, the reaction comes in as fans also, that you just want to see and you want the team that is doing well to actually progress and go forward. Now, he's saying, we've got comments from Steve Smith. Steve Smith saying that felt like we were 1 wicket too many down at each stage of the game. The way they've come together, the bowling unit did a wonderful job. Some of the batters stood up. We played exceptionally well against England. Some really good cricketers. Rohit Sharma saying till the last ball is bowled, nothing is certain. At the halfway stage, we felt like it's a reasonable score. The nature of the pitch is what he's spoken about. And Virat Kohli is the player, he's saying it was pretty similar to the other day against Pakistan. It's about understanding the conditions and rotating the strike, because partnerships on this pitch are important. It all depends on the condition, and then I play my innings. My timing, my composure at the crease, I wasn't rushed. And then he says, I'm not bothered. Even if the run rate is 6 and over, I'm not bothered. Is it the best ever that he's ever played? He says, I don't know. That is up to you guys to break it down. I've never focused on those things. When you don't think of those milestones, they happen. If I get to the 3-figure mark, great. But the win is important. For me, those things don't matter anymore. Now, it looks like he's getting into that Dhoni-like Zen mode. When cricketers start speaking like this, that's what I get to see. But there is a difference. Maybe he's learned to channelize his emotions. But Sabha, we saw when Hardik Pandya hit those 2 sixes, the first 6 saw a vent of release. There was a pressure release that happened. It was similar to that 6 of Harris Roth that Virat Kohli got. And at that time, it was Hardik Pandya who gave out that pressure release, because he was on the non-strikers end. Remember in the T20 game? So it's there. It's there inside you, and you let it out, and then you got to figure out how to channelize it, compartmentalize it. Perhaps that was done brilliantly today.
Yes, Anand. I think although the asking run rate never went beyond 6.5, but eventually you're looking to win the game. And I think Virat Kohli would have been very disappointed when he got out. And he wanted to finish the game. I think that is why he must have been a little bit tense, and he wanted either KL Rahul or Hardik Pandya to finish the game. That actually happened. I think all that pent up energy, you're allowed to let yourself go, and I think that's what happened in that case. So I think Virat has reached that stage where he understands the game so well, and I think it reminds me of those maybe 3-4 years back whenever India had to chase 290, 300, 310, if Virat is around, you can always guarantee a win for India. I think he has reached that stage once again. I think this is Virat has been able to reinvent his game. And I think when I say reinvent, it means that he's able to understand now the reason why he was such a successful batter maybe 3-4 years back. I think he has done a lot of introspection. He has really worked very hard. Look at the so-called frailties which we had noticed maybe last 2 years against spinners. Left arm spin bowler had troubled him. Leg spinners had troubled him. But over the past maybe 2-3 months, he's worked very hard in overcoming those shortcomings. And I think that is why we saw him play so well.
Sabha, can you come a little closer to the screen? Because you're falling into the dark spot. Yeah, you're visible now. Yeah, great. Thanks. Yeah, sorry, I'm doing it live on television,
really
but you're talking. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's really worked very hard to overcome those so-called shortcomings against spinners. And I think that's what he meant when he said that he was never rushed. And I think it means that he was always in control. He could figure out that the asking run rate is always less than 6.5, and whenever he needs to accelerate, he can always do that. And I think this is what tactical run chase is all about. And I think Virat Kohli has been a past master at this. And I think somehow, for some inexplicable reason, he was not able to do that in between. But I think now it is so wonderful to watch him
See,
get back.
you've been a keeper
mode
batsman,
again.
so you've scored a fair amount of runs with the bat too. Does this actually happen that you think you're doing everything right, but somewhere you feel that 1% of lady luck is not with you? Does this happen? You know, in between it looked like it was happening with KL Rahul. You know, he would get off to starts, he would be striking the ball brilliantly and he'll get out. Same thing happened with Virat Kohli. He never looked like he's scratching around or he's struggling. It just looked like he was playing a beautiful shot right into the fielder's hand. You know, does this happen? And then how do you get out of this? Or you just have to weather the storm?
Oh, well, Anand, it does happen. It does happen with such cricketers who have such a so-called long career. I mean, Virat has been around for so many years, and there will be phases in your career when you have to go through such kind of a phase also. And I think it just requires a lot of patience to overcome this kind of lows when you know very well that it is not that you're struggling for form, you're always in good nick, but somehow those 20s and 30s, one is not able to convert into big scores. And I've seen it happen even with Sachin Tendulkar for that matter. So if such greats have gone through this kind of challenges, then who is Virat Kohli? So I think for him to set aside this kind of ego and then get back to hard work, to immense concentration, while he's trying to convert those 20s and 30s into a big score, was the real challenge for Virat Kohli. I think at the right time, all that has come good for him. So I think, yeah, I guess so. I think it is, you know, when you have played so well for so many years, at times you want to get after the bowlers, be it a spinner. So, oh, I'm such a fabulous player, I can always hit him out of the park. But then there are times when you need to respect the opposition, respect the conditions, and then go about their job so that you're not able to lose sight of the objective. And I think it is great for India that Virat Kohli has been able to find that touch again.
वह पूरे भारत में अलग अलग जगह पटाखे फूट रहे हैं. अभी तो कोई हाथ में ही फुलझड़ी लेके चला रहा है. आई डोंट देयर पिक्चर्स कमिंग इन फ्रॉम जम्मू आल्सो, जहाँ सड़क पे पटाखे चल रहे हैं. एवरीवेयर देयर आर पीपल, ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ पीपल हैव कम इन. आई थिंक इट्स मोर देन इंडिया गेटिंग इनटू द फाइनल्स इज अबाउट बीटिंग ऑस्ट्रेलिया. It's about badla pura hua. That's what's happening. Vimalwa has made a dash and he's been able to set up somewhere where the security is not chasing him, but he's got 2 friends or 2 fans with him. हाँ विमलवा थोड़ा विराट से सीख लें, थोड़ा है ना, फिटनेस पे काम करना शुरू करें तो ये दौड़ लगाने में तकलीफ नहीं होगी. हाँ दुबई में गर्मी लग रही है.
Can't match your fitness. विराट का तो भूल जाइए. On a lighter note, Anand, but definitely देखिए security. They didn't expect कि Indian इतना एक साथ Indian fans आएंगे and they will go berserk. But there is every reason because India defeating Australia, then Virat Kohli getting a very fine knock. Or now expectations, क्योंकि the moment Australia was the biggest hurdle. If you look at the history of Indian team, especially in the knockout games against Australia, they have faltered more often than not. यहाँ पर इनको लग रहा था कि जैसे वेस्ट इंडीज में भी आपको याद होगा 2024 वर्ल्ड कप के दौरान. Once Australia was out of the tournament, Indian side looked एकदम entirely different.
हाँ वैसा है ना, pressure lift हो जाता है पूरा.
So मुझे जो लगता है कि this time जो जीत हुई है आनंद, so this win can take India to the final. I am being joined by a couple of fans, sir. Could you just speak about this win?
It's a fantastic win. You know, we feel vindicated after 19th November जो हार हुई थी ऑस्ट्रेलिया को आज हराया है.
सबको याद है 19 नवंबर.
Yeah.
Number one
is there.
Number one India. Number one.
Even the locals are saying that India number one.
Too good.
You see, the Emiratis are also. Yeah, you say.
मैं कह रहा हूँ कि अभी इस समय जो हमारी टीम जिस तरह खेल रही है, the way they are playing, you know, whether it's South Africa or New Zealand, whoever comes, like, we're gonna beat them. Actually, this trophy is ours. You know, मुझे लगता है कि actually South Africa को आना चाहिए because New Zealand आती है.
Ask him Umar, क्यों? You know, what as a fan, what is different? What is it? What are the 2-3 things that make this team so good?
What are the 2-3 things you think makes this 13 special? If you were to
well, I mean, the opening partnership should click. You know, I mean, Gill and Rohit both are not clicking. So I hope actually in the final they both click. And our spin actually keeps on going. You know, the way we are bowling actually. So
I'll tell you, sir, 2 things. Okay. Consistency of playing, and you need to have a hunger to win. If you don't have a hunger to win, you will never going to win anything. Okay.
Correct.
And the consistency means you have to think only about the game when you are playing the game.
So all you need to do is put Virat Kohli's picture in your room every day and say, if he can do it, I will do it.
Yeah, it's not only for cricket. It's not only for cricket, even for a life lessons.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
There
super.
is one more gentleman
हाँ
here,
जी.
sir. What do you have?
I want to say कि जो शुरू में पार्टनरशिप है वो एटलीस्ट 10 ओवर तक लेके जाना चाहिए. आज भी अगर विराट कोहली आउट हो जाता तो we were under the pressure.
Yeah, please come.
Then coming now, whatever will be the final.
There is one local guy. You are from here.
Very good, very good.
I would say something. Yeah.
India do good match.
Yeah.
And congratulations for road to final. And we will see in Sunday, yeah?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, we'll see
And
Sunday.
India will win, inshallah, inshallah.
So you can see, Anand,
Thank
not
you,
only
thank
the
you.
Indian fans who are here, even the local UAE people. They are
So everybody. So I just want you to ask Vimal. You know, no. They're saying New Zealand, South Africa, फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You know.
So Anand, you can
You know,
see the enthusiasm here.
ask them to speak about Kohli. Just quickly before I go back to Sava Karim, I just want you to ask them about Kohli. What is he doing differently, and how important is he? Has he become a legend for you? You know, for the fans. Ask them about Virat Kohli. Virat. All right, I'm going to check if he can hear us. Can you hear me, Vimal? Can you ask them about Virat Kohli? Can you ask them about Virat Kohli? Can you ask them about Virat Kohli? Virat Kohli, his innings.
You asking me, Anand?
Yes. Ask the fans behind you. Ask the fans behind.
Okay, ma'am. The CNN News 18, you are live. They are asking what you felt about Virat Kohli's inning. उसके बारे में आप बताओ.
विराट कोहली के बारे में कोई शब्द नहीं है बोलने के लिए.
हाँ.
वो ऐसे
बड़े मैच के लिए बैठे हुए हैं वो. हर बड़े मैच
ये सोची कि पूरा नहीं आया, पूरा आता तो इनका क्या हाल होता.
जहाँ मैटर बड़े होते हैं वहाँ कोहली खड़े होते हैं.
क्या बात है?
ऐसा ही है. जहाँ मैटर बड़े होते हैं वहाँ कोहली खड़े होते हैं.
क्या बात है?
कोहली जय हो भारत.
इंजेक्शन मैम, सर आप भी देख रहे हैं बहुत देर से. आज का अगर मैच के बारे में अगर मैं पूछूं तो आप एक जो लम्हा जो लेकर जाओगे घर, आप बोलोगे यार ये नहीं भूलूंगा. I will never forget this thing forever in my life.
First of all, congrats India for winning and going into the finals. And one thing which I want to tell is that in the world cricket today's time, there is only one king, and we all know it. This Virat Kohli. Everybody knows it, and for sure we'll win the finals and we'll rock and we'll party for sure. And India's gonna win. And remember, when the matters are big, there is only one player standing there. This is King Kohli.
King Kohli. तो जब मैच बड़े होते हैं वहाँ कोहली खड़े होते हैं. I think Sabha, for you, yes, the victory happened. What is that one moment of the match which will stay with you? हर मैच में होता है ना एक लम्हा जो टक यहाँ कोड हो जाता है. So that I'm going to ask you that.
See, the winning moment was very special. The way KL Rahul finished the game, stepping out and hitting that superb six over long on. But I thought India's such an emphatic win. One can always go back to some of those shots which Virat Kohli played. But today it was less of fours and more of those singles and twos. So that has got a different role to play in Virat's inning this time around. Nonetheless, I thought Virat Kohli playing that full shot delivery early in his innings, that would be etched in my memory. Hardik Pandya, those superb sixes when the pressure was building up, that's also against Adam Zampa. These 3-4 moments, they will remain with me. And I think, see, there is a lot of similarity in what transpired on 19 November 2023 and this time around, Anand. And let me stress on that.
Yeah.
See, India batted last time around 19 November, India scored about 240, 250, and we felt that India is about 30, 40 runs below par. And I think that's what happened with Australia today. Last time around, Australia was very constructive in the run chase, and today, I think India was superb in this run chase. They were able to take the game away from Australia because of better tactical planning and much better construction in terms of run chase. So there was a lot of similarity, but I'm so glad and happy that India has made it to the final. And I've been to the past two finals of this Champions Trophy. 2013, when India lifted the Champions Trophy in England, I was there as a selector. And 2017, I was also there in England as a broadcaster when India unfortunately lost to Pakistan. So I don't want to remember that, but I want to remember 2013. And hopefully, I think this time around on 9th of March, I would love to watch India lift the trophy once again.
जैसे रोहित शर्मा कह रहे हैं ना कि और जीतने के लिए पीछे का भूलना पड़ेगा. So it's a fresh memory. पीछे का भूलो और नई memories create करो. But Rohit Sharma has spoken about Virat Kohli. For me, the two standout moments are Virat Kohli, but not with the bat. The first expression when Travis Head got out, that was the pressure release and that sudden belief in the team. And the second one was the first six of Hardik Pandya, and in the dressing room, Virat Kohli and Mohammad Shami, them coming together and that reaction that came through. I think both of them showed that even if there was a little bit of doubt creeping in, little bit of the shoulder slouching, all of that was gone. That was those moments where he said, "Ki chalo, ab ye match is in the bag." Now, Rohit Sharma said something about Virat Kohli. Vimal, if you can hear me, ask the fans. He says he's done it for us for so many years. We were very calm. We wanted that big stand which Shreyas and Virat had. And the shots that Hardik in the end hit were very important. We are happy with that. He's saying, I don't care who's in the final, but he says, I'm happy that all of us are in form. All our batters have got some good knocks already. And we are just going to relax. What he's saying is, when the time comes, we'll think about it. We are not thinking about it now. Abhi relax karne wale.
But final purpose one. Winning is the purpose.
आनंद,
या
आप मेरे साथ ठीक क्या बोल रहे हैं? एक सेकंड फैंस फाइट कर रहे हैं आपस में कि कोई स्लैश कर रहा है, वो बोल रहा है आपकी टीम एक कोई जैसे आनंद, इफ यू लुक एट द वे इंडिया हैज परफॉर्म, पहले से ही क्राइंग बेबीज जिसको कहते हैं, सब लोगों ने कहना शुरू कर दिया, अरे एक ही जगह में खेल रहे हैं, एक ही होटल पे रह रहे हैं. वो भूल गए कि भाई पहले जो 3 वर्ल्ड कप हुए थे वो इंग्लैंड में हुए थे, तभी इंग्लैंड जीत नहीं पाता था. और ऐसा नहीं है होस्ट के लिए. और दूसरी चीज, yesterday Rohit said that we played in 3 different pitches, and if you look at the आज का गेम है,
it's a different pitch,
entirely different.
It's a different pitch altogether, and the pitch is new for all both the teams. Yeah.
And you look at the most successful bowler was कौन? Mohammad Shami, जिसका सबसे 3 विकेट ले. India went with four spinners, and none of them completed their 10 overs quota.
10 overs quota.
Just to say that India has a distinct advantage because they have a slow bowler. The entire unit has played
no. Like I said earlier, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. Let them say. As long as India is in the final, the team is playing well, and it's a well-deserved win. That's what's important. Sabah Karim, for you, will you take all of this? Because a lot of people are saying this tournament has been constructed for India to win it. Is it so easy?
Not at all, Anand. I think all those who pass such comments, I somehow get this impression that so many of the other cricket-playing nations, they are somehow envious of India's dominance at the international stage. And you know what, Anand, the kind of team we have now and the kind of bench strength we have, I think India should dominate world cricket for the next 2 decades. And I want to see India dominate in all 3 formats, not only in one-day cricket, but also in T20 and also in Test Championship. And I think India has the wherewithal to do that, because there is a rich pool of talented cricketers just waiting to be inducted at the national level. So I think India is blessed that we have such a rich pool of talented cricketers coming through the system. So this time around, I think India has covered all its bases. We have got such professionals. We have got experience there. There's a lot of a whiff of breadth here brought in by so many youngsters who have started to do well. And I think all this helps the team to mature and to grow. And I think this is a very professional side. And I think India should, whoever is our opposition in the final, be South Africa or New Zealand, I think India has got enough confidence going through to the finals to lift the Champions Trophy once again. So I think India players especially, I don't think they're bothered about what the outside noise is, Anand. They're more focused on the final match that is coming up on the 9th of March. Or they will start to focus after relaxing for a couple of days.
True. And the point is, at the end of the day, what happens inside the circle is not controllable. It's the players, and then the conditions are the same. You go to wherever places, when you go to Australia, don't they tailor their pitches and don't they tailor their grounds? Don't they make it convenient for the host to be the most facilitated? So those are things which happen everywhere. And why shouldn't we use a cloud that we have to ensure? And our only condition is that we didn't say we won't play in Sharjah or we won't play anywhere else.
Yeah,
we just said we won't go to Pakistan. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, in any case, this time around, I mean, India had no control over the kind of wicket that was prepared for all the India matches. So I think India was open for whatever challenges that come their way. Yeah. And we saw that today. I thought both the teams read the wicket wrong. Both the teams felt that this wicket will offer more turn and bounce. That did not happen. It is good in a way that India had quality spinners, although we were not able to pick wickets in a clump. They were able to exercise that kind of discipline that restricted Australia to a score of only 264. And I think it is a matter of quality in the end. I think Australia struggled because they didn't have enough quality bowlers in their ranks. India fortunately had that.
No, and not just that, the Pakistanis as host should thank that India is into the final because the interest in the tournament is still there. वो तो पहले ही निकल लिए बाहर. अगर हम लोग हमारी टीम नहीं गई होती फाइनल तक तो कोई देख भी नहीं रहा होता. So it is also somewhere directly, indirectly, their revenues would have gotten affected very badly. But yes, Vimal, you put your hand up quickly.
Anand, I was listening to Sabha, and Sabha is a very down-to-earth, humble person, modest person. वो अपने बारे में खुद नहीं कहेंगे, but I have seen his work when he was BCCI general में जो इन्होंने बात कही ना, India is going to dominate next 2 decades. उसके पीछे reason है, क्योंकि इन्होंने राहुल द्रविड़ के साथ मिलकर एक blueprint तैयार किया था, BCCI को दिया था कि कैसे आपकी academy set हो, कैसे आपका NCA चले. Those things are not being implemented. तो आपको यहाँ पर सभा भाई कभी आपको बात हो, क्योंकि ये चीज I have been privy to those information and there is no harm. So जो बात सभा कह रहे हैं यहाँ पर those listeners जो हमारे viewers हैं CNN IBN के, उनको पता होगा कि किस तरह की authority से बोल रहे हैं. ये कोई हवा में बात नहीं हो रही है, because this person exactly knows what India is capable of. You look at the talent, you look at the number of Ranji Trophy teams. Nowadays, earlier आप पहले ऑस्ट्रेलिया का हवा होता था ICC टूर्नामेंट, ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ कैसे करेंगे. पाकिस्तान के साथ जो राइवलरी थी उसको हमने वन साइडेड बना दिया लास्ट 20 years में. अब वो एक्साइटमेंट ही नहीं आती. You have made it so one-sided.
No, I think Vimal, what we should also appreciate is that yes, a lot of those blueprints. I have also seen that blueprint. I'm privy to that note, that comprehensive docket, and it was very well thought out and very well authored. But I think Sabha, you would appreciate a lot of it is being done in its own way, because the kind of rehab that NCA is now giving players, for a Bumrah to come back like he did, for a Rishabh Pant to come back like he has done, he's now nominated for the Laureus Comeback of the Year award. So, and those are amazing stories, because earlier लोग NCA जाते थे तो फिर कभी वापस नहीं आते थे. That used to be this one, कि should it be National Cricket Academy for rehab or National Cricket Academy for retirement? That was the case earlier in the early 2000s and 90s. But this is a different story, you know, and I think that's happened in the last decade. Your thoughts there quickly, and that's why we have a bench strength and people who are not even part of the squad who can come here and stroke 200s on a given day. You know, that's what's happening.
See, Anand, I've always felt that for India to dominate at the world stage, we need to always remain ahead of the opposition. And by saying that to remain ahead of the opposition, I basically mean that you need to understand the dynamics of international cricket, how the game is evolving. And I think you need to keep pace with that. And I think India over the past 3-4 years have been able to do that. And a big role, I think, towards this has been played by Rohit Sharma. I think we briefly touched on this in our pre-game show. So I think there is a much better communication between the team management and the National Cricket Academy in terms of rehab, in terms of sending players for special training, for sending even Ranji Trophy players and India A players for specific skill training. I think all that is happening at National Cricket Academy for the past 3-4 years now, maybe a decade. And now with this new center that has come up in Bangalore, which is massive, we'll have about 3 to 4 grounds under floodlights. There will be all the facilities available. It will be at par with any other sports science center, so to speak. And I think BCCI on its own has done so much to offer this kind of facilities to all the players. And it is not restricted only to the centrally contracted players. It is open also to the first-class cricketers. And I think the streamlining that has been done by team management, by BCCI and the selectors, even the senior selection committee and the junior selection committee, all that is bearing fruit now for the Indian side. That is why I think I've been extremely vocal about this. That India needs to win many more world championships in all 3 formats. And I'm pretty gung-ho about it. The kind of team that we have and the kind of bench strength we have, going forward, we should be able to do that.
Well, then let's do the 99% right. The 1% will also swing our way. The 1% is luck, fortune, because they say fortune favors the brave and the prepared.
Yeah,
but it's a
fine. If you have Bimalwa, we will have luck also on our side.
Yeah, that's
do not worry on that front.
I didn't hear Sabha what you were sledging.
No, he's not. He was giving you a compliment. When somebody gives you a compliment, you think they're sledging. When somebody sledges you, think it's a compliment. Bimalwa, तुम्हारा थोड़ा एक जगह circuit गड़बड़ है. अच्छा सुनो, अभी I have to wind up. Let me quickly ask. देखिए, Tuesday Kamal, Sunday Dhamal. But who do you think is going to face? India is going to face in the finals. Tomorrow, the second semi-final on Wednesday. So, Sabha Kareem, who do you think is going to meet India in the finals?
To be honest, Anand, we have already beaten New Zealand. I would like to see India, South Africa in the finals. Because South Africa has come up as a very strong unit. They have a very strong batting lineup who do well against spinners. I think that will be a real challenge for India. But having said that, I think India's real challenge now, hypothetically, if you presume that India is chasing again, and if India has to chase about 290 to 300 on a track like this, and if India are 2 down, that's the real challenge starts.
Yeah.
I think that's where you need you need the entire depth of India's batting talent to come good.
But for that,
India should be prepared.
For that, the team
India should be
batting
prepared for that kind of a scenario also.
But for that, the team batting first has to put 300 on the board. That's never happened on the Dubai Cricket Stadium International. No way,
on this surface,
on this surface, it's never happened. So Vimal Kumar, who is it going to be? If it is South Africa, then it will be Chak De India and Chok De South Africa. But is that what?
No, Anand, actually, if you look at South Africa, will be a formidable opponent. If you look at, because we were expecting a lot from New Zealand, but New Zealand batters struggle. One team which can challenge India seriously, it is South Africa, because they have the batters, they bat deep, they bat the aggressive batsmen, and similarly, versatility in their bowling attack. You look at their spinners, 2 spinners, match-winning spinners, 3 fast bowlers. So I think ideally, if you forget for a moment we are Indians, from a cricket lovers point of view, India-Australia final, just like 6 months back in Barbados, I think, and we will expect the same result. What happened in Barbados if South Africa comes.
Right. So India-South Africa final is what everybody wants. Let's not forget that the Kiwis have also beaten us in the final, albeit in different formats of the game. So they'll also be hungry, and they would want to put this loss to India behind the back in the second semi-finals. Well, let's see. May the best team on the day make it to the final. Jo bhi hai, dhamal karenge. We'll catch you again on Sunday. Sabha Kareem, Vimal Kumar, thank you very, very much. We're going to wind up on that note.